Welcome everyone to the New Fly Fisher. Fishing for northern pike has been a lifelong passion since I was a young boy. Today, that passion has extended into my love for fly fishing. Catching pike on a fly is so much fun and something everyone should try. Even my daughter Jenna now has been afflicted and loves to cast flies for big pike.
Oh. Fish on? Yep.
In this episode, we've traveled to northern Ontario to one of the top places to catch pike on a fly, Lodge 88. In this fascinating show, we'll discuss how pike hunt their prey, fly patterns to use for different conditions, rigging options, and much, much more. It's going to be a great one, so stay with us.
The New Fly Fisher has been made possible thanks to Algoma Country, GoFishingOntario.com, Orvis Sporting Traditions, Rio Products, Superfly, fly fishing made easy.
I love traveling to northern Ontario. The fresh air, the wilderness experience, great fishing, and best of all, no crowds and no people. That is one of the wonderful aspects of going to a fly-in location like Lodge 88. Lodge 88 is in the heart of Algoma Country, nestled close to Chapleau Game Preserve. The lodge is located on 28-mile-long Esnoggy Lake, which is a relatively deep water system that possesses a robust population of walleye, whitefish, and northern pike. Though the lake has some deep sections, it also possesses great bays, reefs, and later in the summer, well-developed weed beds. All are perfect structure for northern pike fishing.
Oh. Fish on? Yep, there he is.
Ooh. Haven't gotten a good look at it yet, but it's fighting pretty well. Oh. Once again, it's the golden zone, just like you were saying. That calm spot right above the current and then slowly twitching the fly over the current, over the big boulders, and that's where they're hiding. A nice little guy there. Got him?
There he is.
Great.
Beautiful.
Thanks to the large populations of walleye and whitefish, the pike here grow fairly large. Most anglers actually come to the lodge for the walleye fishing, which is legendary. But some like me have come to cast for the big pike. It's been 7 years since I was here last. At that time, I had a spectacular experience catching numerous pike on a fly, many on topwater patterns. My memories are still vivid of those great fish catching moments.
So we're just carefully working over the weed bed, and that's where the pike are right now. Holy mackerel, is that a big fish? Did you see him, John?
Oh, I seen him. He crushed it, eh?
He did, he hoovered it. Oh, it's strong fish. What we've got is really high winds, and that's what's been causing us a lot of grief, because we know the fish are here. We keep seeing them, but
just getting them.
keep pulling us off top of the weed bed. So I've been using a full sinking line. Oh, look at him. That's a nice fish.
Nice fish.
Nice thick one.
He crushed that, eh, Colin?
Oh, he just hammered it.
Just hammered it. We're going to use the net on this one because with these wind conditions.
I'll try and get him up. Look at him.
Oh, he's not ready yet.
Whoa!
Oh!
Oh, it's a nice fish.
Oh, look at the head on that fish, eh?
There. That's
He's
a
going to
beauty.
go again, so we just try to keep us.
I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, because I don't want to get him too green. Head first. Oh, there we go, my friend. Right on. Wow, look at that northern.
Look at that. Now this is why I've come here. Now you see the red in his sides? That's from the spawning. This fish spawned not that long ago. Look at the size, at 38 inches. That is a killing machine. Let's wait till he's revived a bit and he's ready. He's already starting to kick. There he goes.
With those great memories in mind, I thought Lodge 88 was the perfect place to bring my daughter Jenna to experience some outstanding pike fishing. Jenna has already had some experience with pike fishing, and when I told her about this trip, she jumped at the chance to go. When we return, Jenna and I head out in search of big pike on the lake. But first, we have to deal with some weather issues. It's the end of May here in Northern Ontario, traditionally a time when air temperatures are rising and all of nature is ready for warm weather. However, 2 days before Jenna and I arrived at Lodge 88, the weather played a very nasty trick. It snowed. Because lake water tends to hold temperature, when there is a dramatic change, it usually results in aquatic Armageddon, especially when it comes to warm water species such as bass, walleye, and northern pike. Though the snow had melted by the time we arrived, the damage had been done to the fishery. The lake water temperatures, which had been slowly rising since ice out, did a full reversal and actually dropped by nearly 5 degrees. Of course, this change meant the northern pike were off the bite because the colder water temperatures were actually slowing down their metabolism. So that meant tougher fishing conditions and a need for Jenna and I to slow down our presentations. Though Jenna was catching lots of the smaller pike, the big 38-inch to 45-inch pike the Snoggy Lake is famous for were just not playing.
Whoa! I think it's a pike. I haven't gotten a good look at it yet. Oh yeah, that's a pike.
Oh, it's a nice pike.
Looks to be a good size too. Yeah, right there in the corner of the jaw, which is great. Right where we want it. Excellent.
Nice fish. All right, there you go.
Looks great.
That's
Thanks,
a
Pike.
nice pike there.
As it is Murphy's Law, we were just about ready to leave. We hadn't caught anything, no bites, no hits, weren't seeing anything, and I decided to give it one last cast before we left, and lo and behold, they came in.
Northern pike are unique predatory creatures of evolution. They have developed highly refined sensory systems to help them locate, track, and attack prey items. As anglers, if we understand how these systems work, we can adapt our presentations and patterns to better trigger a response. The first sensory system pike depend upon for locating prey is their lateral line. The lateral line is essentially a series of pores in their skin, which act as neuromasts for picking up slight water pressure movements. A struggling baitfish gives off frequencies that the pike's neuromasts detect, signaling that this is a fish in distress and a possible easy meal. That's why flies, which give off sound, such as jointed streamer patterns or even flies with built-in rattles, work so well. Of course, a large topwater popper that disturbs the surface is the best signal to a pike that the dinner bell has been rung. The second sensory system a pike relies upon is vision. A northern pike's eyes are placed on their head to provide them with exceptional forward and side vision. This dorsally oriented vision is ideal for lie-in-wait ambush hunters like pike. Big northerns love to lie on the bottom or in structure like thick weeds, waiting to pounce on unsuspecting prey. Fly fishers can better succeed by carefully working over structure such as weed bed edges, beaver lodges, and even drop-offs. You need to slow down your presentation with your fly as it goes by these structures so that pike have a chance to spot your fly and then attack. Another means by which a pike's vision can be used to our advantage is by understanding how they perceive prey visually. Known as predator-prey discrimination, a pike will use silhouette, contrast, and behavior as a means of determining what is a genuine prey target. If our fly is the right size and silhouette of a common food source such as a cisco or a perch, then one target criteria has been met. If our fly displays good contrast or luminosity as many bait fish do, then again, another tick in the box. Then finally, if our fly is presented in a manner that replicates the way the target species swims or acts, then we have the complete package. Of course, all of this predator-prey discrimination is processed in a flash by the pike's small brain thanks to evolution. What does this mean to us as anglers? First, we should cast flies that are the right size to match what the pike are commonly eating. Second, does our pattern have the right colors or contrast to match that prey? And finally, if we present the fly by using the right retrieve at the right depth to match what the pike expects of the prey, then it's all going to come together. Tick off all the items in the box, and then we should trigger a response from the pike or any other predatory fish species. It's that simple. When we return, we start to get more action and solve the problem caused by temperature inversion. Stay with us.
Today, we're just about to go into Rock Lake, a great spot for fishing for brook trout and lake trout. I can hardly wait to get started.
All right, so we're here in the back of Rock Lake. We got a couple bit of rocks. There's some underwater rocks here too. What we're gonna do is it's about an 8 to 10 foot flat before it goes out into the lake here. So we're gonna try to fish this. There's a little bit of a stream that runs in behind us, and we're just gonna give it a shot.
That sounds great. I think I'm gonna start here with the woolly bugger in this yellow-brown color, and I've actually got it attached to an intermediate sinking line. This sinking line sinks at about 1.5 to 2 inches per second, and that's really gonna get it down deep into the water column. We don't want it too deep, but we really need to make sure that it's visible to the fish. So let's see what we can catch. We've decided to switch to a weighted fly in this burgundy color to try and see if we can attract the fish a little bit deeper in the water column. Yes!
All right, here we are.
Ready? Oh, no, he's not ready. That's okay, I just want to get him out of the way of the boat. It's okay. Ooh. We'll give him a second. Beautiful fish.
All right, there we are.
Woo!
Beautiful,
Finally.
good fish.
So we're just fishing this rock bed here. You can see there's some big boulders sticking out of the water and just nice quick strips, and
Beautiful.
finally, great.
And there we
That's
are. Look at
that's a
that
great,
color.
beautiful.
There we go.
And-
Goodbye, baby.
There she goes.
There she goes.
Great, thanks so much,
Good
Brent.
job.
Yes, let's see if we can find someone else.
Lodge 88 is a beautiful handcrafted lodge that has been helping accommodate anglers since the 1950s and hosted by the McLaughlin family. The original beautiful lodge still exists, but over 15 years ago, the McLaughlin family tore down the old cabins and built spacious and comfortable new ones that match the lodge. Each cabin is equipped with full bathrooms with showers, fridges, and everything you need to enjoy your time in the wilderness. Unique to Lodge 88 is the fact you can either take a float plane in from White River or jump on the train in the same location for a wonderful ride through the boreal forests. It was our last day, and Jenna decided to stay back at the lodge and relax. So Dad went out for some final casts on some deep water cabbage. And the next thing you know, I was into some nice pike on streamers.
It feels like he's done 2 runs on me so quickly before we could even get the camera going. We're fishing in the middle of this channel. I've got cabbage over here on my left and some cabbage over here on my right, and it's a drop from 5 feet down to 8. I don't know how big this guy is, but he's fighting like he's big. Well, he's not bad. He's not huge, but he's a good solid. That's a solid 32, 33 incher. I'd say, oh wow, look at this. And this is like the 3rd run. He was ripping line off of this reel. I've got 30-pound test wire leader, so I'm pretty safe with this. Oh yeah, you know, he's not even that long, but you can see he's really, really thick. The fish here in the Snoggy Lake get very, very heavy because there's so much food. They've got whitefish, lots of whitefish, lots of perch, and lots of walleye. There we go. He's gonna fill this net. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's what came for it. Fish like this. There we go. Take that out. Oh, nice big, thick one. Look how thick he is across the shoulders. And do a quick measurement here. He is approximately, he's just a tid around 30 inches. So take him, put him over here. I love catching pike and a fly. And then on top of that, you got brook trout here, which is great. Well, as often happens, the famous one last cast. Cameraman had turned off the camera, was packing away the gear. We were done and got this fish. And so all the big runs have been missed. And this is a nice, thick, heavy fish. Whoa, and he's not quite done. Look at that. Took my fly. He's gonna fill this net. Oh yeah, I got a problem with the net. Oh, how's that for a big fish? Oh,
That beautiful fish. I want to get her in the water right away. You can imagine this in 40 plus inches. Look at that. She'll let me know. This is probably a female. Big pike always usually are. Oh, yeah. And there she goes. Whew. Wow. One last cast. Sometimes it really works well. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Learned a lot. Jen and I had a lot of fun being here. And I'll learn more about this show, places we've been, and the equipment we've used, techniques. Go to our website, thenewflyfisher.com. From all of us here at The New Fly Fisher, thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.
The New Fly Fisher has been made possible thanks to Algoma Country, GoFishingOntario.com, Orvis Sporting Traditions, Rio Products, Superfly, fly fishing made easy.